Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Friday the 23rd of December 2022. Now a lot of other channels are doing their preview videos today and I am not doing that because we are not taking any days off. We will do the preview video tomorrow, so look out for that. But we will be talking about the Watford game that's coming out on Monday. So it's Friday today, Monday with this game. Very early on Monday, 12 o'clock kickoff, but nevertheless, Millwall boss delighted as Talisman challenges for Championship Golden Boot. This is from the southernnews.co.uk. So Zian Flemming could hit double digits for the season before the start of 2023. Well, don't block him, will ya? Don't block him. Gary Rowett has praised Zian Flemming for his incredible performances as a midfielder looks to challenge for the Championship Golden Boot. Flemming, 24, has 9 goals in 19 league games, putting him tied second place with 8 other players behind Coventry City's Victor Gyökeres. The Dutchman has got 0.55 goals per 90 minutes, meaning that he boasts a goal every 164 minutes on average. These have come from 46 shots, giving him a goal conversion rate of 20% and a shot accuracy rate of 50%. Wow. So when you're at the game or you're watching the game on the TV, when you see that the ball's going to Zian Flemming and he looks like he might have a shot, keep your eyes peeled, because it's 50-50 whether he's going to fucking score or not. That is incredible. So Rowett is delighted that his talisman is shining amongst the best players in the second tier, but has called for Flemming's teammates to help out. The Lions are to secure a place in the top 6 this season. It's something we've been crying out for a while, he told us. It's something the team needs. We've spoken about it for a while. For the team to be successful, it needs 2 or 3 players to do that. Obviously, with Bennick out injured, it takes one of those possibilities out at the moment, which is a blow for us, but that's where it is. We need players to contribute to the goals. I think most of our players are contributing in a lot of positive ways, but it's something that as a club we've always found difficult. He's talking about Bradshaw there. I think so. When's the last time we had 2 strikers with 15 plus goals? It's hard to find. It's not easy to get. Well, to be honest with you, I would take a striker with 15 goals and 2 centre backs with 10. We do quite well at set pieces before this season, before they let everyone in the opposition rugby tackle Jake Cooper. But that is a problem that needs to be addressed by either going with it or going around it. I've said this before. If they're doing that to Jake Cooper, then use him as the decoy. And here's the thing: if they drag him down off the ball, the referee's going to be more likely to point to the penalty spot because it's off the ball. Like why are you rugby tackling someone off the ball? So use him as a decoy and see what happens. We spoke about lots of our players contributing close to double figures, and I think that can certainly help. But we need to step up that little bit and start to add to those numbers. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to get to where we want to be. Indeed, goals win games. Goals win games. Your defence, if it keeps a clean sheet, you can only do as good as a 0-0 draw, because you still need to score a goal to win a game. And that is clear. So goals win games. And Zian Flemming, even though he's doing 50% shot accuracy rate, literally every other shot is a goal, he can't do it all himself. So we need some other people to step up and come with some final product, some production, some productivity. Now, moving on to this from the watfordobserver.co.uk. Now, normally I don't really care what the opposition think. I'm not that bothered, but this kind of tickled me and made me feel kind of good. Watford boss Bilic still hurting from defeat at Millwall. Fantastic, love it, absolutely love it. Can we get a picture of him crying? Probably not, because he's a stoic Eastern European. Let's see. In the old days of season highlights on VHS or DVD, the trip to Millwall in October would have challenged even the finest editor to find anything to include. Watford lost 3-0 and the game was over by half-time as the home side's director broke for something the Hornets just couldn't handle that night. Indeed, some travelling fans had headed back to the station before the half-time whistle went. Such was the nature of the performance. Fantastico. That night is not lost on head coach Slaven Bilic. He enjoyed the performance and shared the pain and misery. Since that grim South London experience, why is South not capitalised? South with a capital S. South London experience. His side have taken 17 points from 24 and go into Boxing Day on the back of 4 consecutive clean sheets. It was so bad that we made them sit up and take notice and sort themselves out. That's what it means to lose to Millwall, little Millwall. Oh, we lost. We must be really shit. We need to sort it out. However, Bilic still clearly feels the wounds from the den and wants to put right what went wrong. We can't forget Millwall away. That was a game that hurt us. Every defeat hurts, but that one was particularly hurt, he admitted. We just didn't cope that night. It's no excuse, but at the time we had injury problems in the back four. Like I said, you can't hide from the fact we conceded 3 very similar goals from long balls. It was very, very painful game, but we are in a different position now. We have options at the back, and as a team, we haven't improved a lot since then. We know we have to deal better with set pieces, but it's not like you can tell the players to not concede free kicks, corners and throw-ins. All you have to do is be ready. The game at Millwall wasn't that long ago, and so that night gives us extra motivation. The Watford head coach said his side were well prepared for that trip to Millwall, but described what they served up as unacceptable. Me and the team enter every game expecting to take 3 points. That's not being disrespectful to our opponents. It's just the right mindset, he said. But that game that night, going 3 down so quickly, their crowd, the noise and everything. I don't like words like embarrassing or humiliating, but it was unacceptable. That is the best word. The way they got at us from the first moment, I remember it well. I watched the whole of that Millwall game again this week. Oh my god. And from the first quick kick, we didn't go with the long balls. The balls, they were coming long. The game was over for us before half time. And though we tried in the second half, they were happy to just sit back and see the game. Much is made of Mill's direct approach with the ball hit towards the opposing box at every opportunity. But Bilic pointed out that his players fell into the trap of focusing too much time and effort on trying to win the first ball and didn't pay enough attention to where it landed, commonly known as winning the second balls. You don't have to win the first header every time, especially if it's outside the box, he said. You need to stop the player taking a ball down, but if he wants to flick it, the header isn't going to hurt you. What hurts you is that you don't mark the other players inside the box who get onto the second ball. We didn't do that at Millwall. We were focused on concentrating well enough. I think we got too worried about trying to win the first header, and we wasted players trying to do that. That left the players free and behind him. To be fair, it can be hard to stop a very big player from winning the first ball, so what you do is make sure you take care of the ball when it lands. Millwall gets spoken about only as being direct, but they can play, especially when they score early like they did against us, and their confidence, it goes up, while our confidence, it went down. Bilic said Millwall clearly played to their strengths at home, and while he expects a similar style of football on Monday, he is not unduly concerned. At home, Millwall will do a lot of teams what they did to us. Results-wise, they are one of the best sides at home. I don't care how other teams react to the challenge that Millwall pose at home, but we were not strong enough. By that I don't mean we were missing a couple of blokes who are 6 foot plus. I mean we seem to be thinking, this isn't football. This is Millwall. We have to expect the same on Monday. They will play with the long balls. You cannot stop the long ball. You can prevent teams from passing the ball around by pressing, but you can't stop them hitting the long balls. What you have to do is deal with it better. I'm not worried or concerned about it though. Seeing our team players who know what we have to do, and then know we have the tools to do it. We have a way to do it. Would the aerial threat prompt Village to consider changing his defensive lineup? Question mark. Our central defenders are all 6 foot or more. Obviously, a player who's 6'4" will have a better chance of winning the ball in the air than some of the sides. But it's not like we have little, small defenders. Our defenders can cope in the air. As I said, you don't have to win every first ball, but you have to make sure that you know what that those are running off the ball are doing. Indeed, so probably message to Gary Rowett. Don't play with the long balls because that's what they expect. Probably, I don't know. 7 comments. Shall we read the comments? Do I have to click? Let's have a look. Is it worth it? I don't know. Ooh, the rules of the comments. Defend those long balls and crosses would be a start. 4 upvotes for that. Easily pleased though. And make sure we win the second ball, a failure we seem to suffer from in every game, not just against Millwall. Even at home, our lack of possession in midfield and not close enough marking makes us look like the away team a lot of the time. But on a positive note, Slaven Bilic, you are our best manager for ages. Okay. Better than 84. 3-0 the other way will do nicely. Not many clubs I want to beat more. Will not be a stroll in the park. They're a decent side who are only 5 points behind us. A good Christmas New Year run is massively important. Just keep up the momentum, and that's got 7 upvotes. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Yes, beating that group of knuckle-dragging animals would give us all a great lift. Can we not reinforce with some extra height at the back? Cyriletta, you know who I mean. As Bilic states, we know what is coming our way, so we have the players best equipped to deal with the long ball. Yes, indeed. Talking of tall centre forwards, I remember years ago a Newcastle supporter saying our centre forward is 6'6", and when he jumps for a header, he is 5'5". Indeed, it's not how tall you are; it's how fucking high you can jump. Look to Timmy Cahill for that. Pedro has scored 6 in the last 8 games. If David's a start putting a few away, they'll put the side off to the races. Merry Christmas, everyone. And they got 15 upvotes. So, also note to Gary Rowett, Pedro. He seems to be shit hot, so try and mark him out the game. This bloke just constantly talks sense. Lucky to have him. I'm on UI, Hornets. Ooh. So there you go. That's got 20 upvotes. So they seem to like the manager. Clearly better than the last bloke, who's obviously got a decent bit of PR behind him. Slaven Bilic ex West Ham. He doesn't like Millwall because what was the headline? Still hurting from that defeat at Millwall. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now, it came out today, which I knew it was always going to be the way, but I think they waited until the ticket sales had gone off. Because the ticket sales went off 22nd yesterday at 2 p.m. So if you didn't buy a ticket, too late. Yeah, it's done. Even though the game isn't until the 26th, it is way too late. But you can still watch that game. You can watch the Lions take on Watford on Millwall TV. Millwall fans in the UK. In the UK and abroad, you purchase a match pass to watch the Lions of Watford on Boxing Day. The Lions take on the Hornets on Monday the 26th of December. Kick off at 12 midday with a match pass bringing you multiple angles of the action, including replays with full match commentary for just £10. Secure your streaming pass below, including our full range of subscriptions for Millwall TV Plus, the new home of Millwall video content. So if you haven't done this before, you need to sign up for Millwall Profile, which is just a free one. You don't pay for that, and then you pay extra for the passes. Millwall TV Plus is a yearly pass. That's like 60 quid a year. You don't have to pay. You don't have to buy that to watch the matches. You can just pay £10 per game when they come along. Obviously, this season, much like before, it's midweek games only, here and there. I think in the coming up seasons, they're going to try and do literally all the games, every game, which they're doing for League 1 and League 2 now. I think they are. They're letting those clubs sell match passes in the UK at the weekend. So interesting what they do and where this goes with this. And we shall see. So you can buy a match pass for £10. But not only that, if you have the Sky Television already, you can watch it on Skysports Red Button, and there you go. Same deal. You can see basically every game in the Championship, more or less, I think is on. If you can't imagine you'll want to watch all of this stuff, but you can see there's a game kicking off at 12, our game 12:30, 3 at 3 o'clock, 5:15, and a 7:45. So there you go. And if you don't have Sky, if you don't pay for it, if you've only got the basic bitch version, you can watch the Sunderland versus Blackburn Rovers game on Sky Showcase, which I believe is like the Sky One, I think. So there you go. Now moving on to some Mill player news. Now, obviously, the under-21's gone on a long break now. They don't have a game. They were supposed to have a game last Monday. That got postponed because the under-18's game was on the same day, I believe. It might not be linked, but got postponed anyway. And now they don't have a game until, I think, the 10th of January. So a long time to wait. And there's a lot of football going on, and a lot of under-21 players sitting around doing nothing. Well, training, obviously, but not actually playing any games. So we've got Millwall's Besart Topalloj joins Bromley on loan. Nice local game. Millwall's Besart Topalloj has joined Bromley on a 28-day loan. The defender's tasted loan experience at Dagenham and Redbridge will now look to further his development of Panorama National League side Bromley. Topalloj, captain of the Lions' successful under-21 side, will hope to make his Bromley debut at Southend United on Boxing Day, where he will play alongside former Millwall defender Walsall Coast Byron Webster. Keep up to date with the Loan Watch feature. Indeed. So they're travelling to Southend United on Boxing Day, and on New Year's Day, it's the reverse. It's Bromley versus Southend, which is good to see. That's the kind of stuff you get at that level. And good luck to Besart Topalloj on his loan at Bromley. Be interesting to see how he gets on. And tomorrow, Alex Mitchell, I think he's playing for St Johnstone. He was suspended. He didn't feature in the last game, but they're playing tomorrow, Saturday the 24th of December, otherwise known as Christmas Eve. Now I'm going to end the video with this, which is an interesting little thing that popped up, and I'm going to show you because you might need to get in early to take care of this. eSports, indeed. Now you're watching this video on YouTube, you probably know about computers and shit. So Millwall Community Trust, MCT, 3 weekly eSports sessions are coming to the Lions Centre in January. Millwall Kicks is delighted to be teaming up with eSports Youth Club at eSports YC to bring you weekly FIFA 23 tournaments from the Lions Centre. Make sure you sign up quick to avoid missing out. And you can do that by going to esportsyouthclub.org. So I think you have to join that. It's basically like a youth club. You have to join that youth club as a member. But it's a youth club that's focused around the computing and the esports. And it looks like they're bringing their show to town, to the Lions Centre, which is next to the Den on Bellina Road. And they're going to be apparently providing all the shit and that. They got Computer Roadshow. You turn up the computers, set them all up, and then all the kids can have a go in a FIFA 23 tournament, which is good as long as you don't smash the controller around, which I used to do when I was a kid and playing console games. So yeah, if you've got a kid who likes this stuff, FIFA 23, is interested in that, he can join up and play with other people in the real world rather than just online with 50-year-old weirdos. So there you go. Something that you might want to be. So 17th of January. When is that? What would that be? That's not a weekend, is it? I don't know when that is. It might be if it's on the same day as a game. That might be interesting to bring your kid down, sign them up. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be midweek. It's a Tuesday, so I don't know if they're going to be doing it every Tuesday or if the day will flow. But there you go. If that's something that you're, I think it's for kids. Although if you look at that picture there, that geezer looks quite old there. And it must be in his mid-20s. It doesn't specifically say it's for kids, but it's a youth club. You'd imagine it is so. So if you've got a kid who's not really sporty, he's not really in shape, he doesn't want to go down and like play football against kids who'll turn him inside out, but he's got a decent pair of thumbs on him, knows how to use a controller. I think they said they've got PS4s, PS5s, and some PCs, so just maybe have a look and check it out. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.